Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, let's just dive on in and let's start off with this post here from J. Hunter Anson. So this is an individual that actually works for the Palau government. And we do see, as we finalize our Palau stablecoin pilot report, which, by the way, for those that are not aware, this is yes with Ripple. And plan for the next phase. A summary of last week's article in Forbes magazine expertly summarizes crucial lessons from Palau's journey for other nations possibly considering CBDC adoption. Now, before I even continue on with this post, I think everyone should understand that Ripple is already tied to 5 live CBDC projects. There's over 20 plus in discussion, which we do know from previous videos. Shout out to XRP Crow for this, but the 5 major ones that we have been addressing is, of course, the Palau stablecoin, CBDC, if you will. It's more of a stablecoin in my opinion, but again, everyone has their own ideas with that. Then we have, of course, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, Montenegro, Colombia, and Bhutan. These are 5 key projects to continue to look at because I do think that Ripple is creating an example on why these major governments need to tap into blockchain and DLT-based technology in order to actually embrace the future of technology and payment and settlement technology as well. But beyond this, we do see financial inclusion, bridging the banking gap, which we do know this is right on par with level the playing field as well. But we do see one of the most significant benefits of Palau CBDC project is the promise of enhanced financial inclusion. Palau, like many other nations, grapples with a large portion of its population being underbanked, primarily due to limited accessibility to traditional banking services. The CBDC offers an arguably more accessible alternative, breaking down barriers and providing a gateway to financial services for those who have been left underserved for too long. Now, we also do see settlement costs and time. And if you guys did watch my recent video, going back, I want to say 2 days ago now, where I was addressing the settlement infrastructure, right? Like payments are already fast, but once you really revolutionize the settlement layer and bring settlement into the instantaneous time frame, meaning you're tapped in, guess what? Now payments are in the future. But we do see as the world evolves, so does the need for efficient financial infrastructure. Settlement costs have been a growing concern, affecting not only the economy, but also the daily lives of Palau's residents. The Palau CBDC is poised to usher in a transformation by reducing these costs and streamlining settlement times. This, in turn, can have a profound impact on economic activity and the overall well-being of the nation, unlocking the potential of cross-border payments. In today's globalized world, cross-border transactions are a crucial aspect of any nation's economy. Palau recognizes the significance of facilitating cross-border payments, and the CBDC project is designed with this in mind. The Palau CBDC has the potential to enhance and simplify cross-border payments, making international trade and financial interactions smoother and more efficient. And all of this is thanks to what Ripple is providing them, which is the tech stack. And like I said, when you revolutionize the settlement layer, payments are in the future now. We have embraced it. But the problem is that we haven't gotten to that step just yet, but things are falling into place. And I do think that these major trials, if you will, these pilots, they are so damn crucial to note and understand because we are seeing major transformation in real time by tapping into blockchain and DLT like what Ripple has been, providing Palau for so long now. Beyond this, we also do see Hong Kong. So some pretty huge announcements actually happening around Hong Kong with XRP and many other tokens. Shout out to Crypto Eddie for this, but we do see the Hong Kong Virtual Asset Consortium October 13th adds XRP and replaces USDC to the cryptocurrency global large top 5 index, joining Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, and USDT. It also displaced USDC in the cryptocurrency global large top 5 equal weight index as well. And here you guys have inclusion, XRP, removal, USDC. Very, very interesting here. And this is also a pretty big move, but I actually think that this is right on par with what we've been seeing recently around Hong Kong anyways. For those that are not aware of what's been happening overseas in Hong Kong, some very large moves have been being made, specifically regulations. Going back to June 5th, Hong Kong's regulatory lead sets it up to be a major crypto hub because, again, they've seen the value behind crypto and blockchain early on. A lot of these nations outside of the US have seen this as well and really kind of embrace this technology. This is where the discussion comes up in, conversation where, is the US falling behind? Is the US going to miss out on this massive opportunity? And I don't necessarily think that they will. I think that there's already plans in place. Of course, that's me speculating. But beyond that, when we look at a lot of these nations, and specifically when we look at what Ripple has been tapped in through, for example, they've been tapped in the UK, in the UAE, in Hong Kong, in Singapore. These are all areas that, guess what? They want to become crypto hubs. So I think that there's a plan in place behind what Ripple has been doing, specifically the endeavors that they have been, taking in the last couple of years, going all the way back to like around October, September of 2020 specifically, because this was months before the lawsuit. Guess what Ripple said? We want to have a headquarters in the UK. And do you honestly think that this was just by coincidence? No. It was because they seen how the UK was embracing this technology before the US even thought about it. But also outside of this, we just seen on October 4th, Hong Kong Stock Exchange launches blockchain-based settlement platform. This was a big one. And this really kind of just shows you like how advanced Hong Kong is right now as they continue to want to become a massive hub for this new age technology. And then with Ripple, we know on October 26th, Ripple with Medico are launching, or I should say, hosting this Hong Kong Policy Summit. And this is a big one. And this really kind of just shows you, like, if you go over here to the announcement, now initially it's going to ask you for all this nonsense. You don't even need to click any of this. Just look at what they are talking about here, right? Like, here's all of the major speakers, which we've gone over this already in the past. The agenda down here, though, is what I'm really kind of looking at. And this is where we start to kind of see things being brought out into the discussion on what they are really kind of targeting. Evolution of blockchain and virtual asset ecosystem in Hong Kong. Regulating virtual assets in Hong Kong. Virtual asset regulation, finding a global consensus. Then we do see tackling the custody challenge for virtual assets with, of course, Medico, in conversation with Medico partners as well. And then we also do see the role of CBDCs beyond payments. And we already know that Ripple has already been tapped in with CBDCs in Hong Kong. This is a crucial thing to look at. It really just shows you how large of a player Ripple has become. And we even do see, like, this is the overall aim. It's an aim of promoting active dialogue between policymakers, regulators, and market participants in Hong Kong's virtual asset industry. Collectively, Ripple and Medico are strong advocates of public-private collaboration to drive responsible innovation for the long-term growth of the entire virtual asset ecosystem. Again, like, this tells me that Ripple sees the value of becoming a leader in a lot of these areas that want to be leaders with crypto technology. Now, also outside of this, we also seen something come up in conversation. Now, this is regarding a 2021 briefing paper. This is from January of 2021. Now, at this time, the lawsuit was fresh. But this is from the World Economic Forum. And shout out to Edward Farina for this. But we do see Digital Currency Governance Consortium paper by the World Economic Forum has Susan Friedman, the head of public policy for Ripple, as a direct contributor. It also mentions the Bank of England, the Bank of Thailand, and the Hong Kong Monetary Authority. All of them connected to Ripple or XRP. And yes, all of these have been connected back. And it's crazy because, like, this tells me that the plan has already been in place. Even before the lawsuit, even before any of the, negativity narrative conversations started to come up, like, Ripple is already entrenched. And I keep saying this. Everyone needs to pay attention to what is actually happening here. And also outside of all of this, we've been seeing a lot of conversations coming up regarding Volante. Now, this is an older video from what I'm aware of, but this got brought up and it's been a big conversation piece over on Twitter, and I figured I would bring it up in this video as well and really kind of talk to you guys about it, because I do think that there's good and bad on both sides, meaning there's a lot of, old news being brought up and being talked about as if it's new. And then also the people that know that this is old news, I've been really kind of just outing these people and saying, oh, well, this is nonsense, it's useless. I still think that these older videos and the older conversations and POCs and documents, I think that they are so damn crucial to even note today because they do matter. But we do see major update for the XRP community and the crypto world. Top 5 global banks are now onboarded to use XRP through Volante. Volante's integration with Ripple's real-time payment network is revolutionizing cross-border transactions. Don't just take my word for it. Check out the video proof attached. This isn't just news, it's a game changer for cryptocurrency and banking. And again, this, in my opinion, is actually an older video because I do remember it being brought up back, I want to say like maybe around like 2020 and 2021. I might be wrong on the time frame there, but listen closely to this video.
Are you looking for a way to run a more competitive payments business? Providing your clients with the same old domestic and cross-border payments won't be enough. You'll need to provide new services and onboard your customers much faster than you're doing today. Current payment systems are struggling to keep up. They're old, slow, and very expensive to maintain. Updating your existing systems may sound like the right thing to do, but we've got a better way. That way is Volante's Payments as a Service in the cloud. It's an integrated, secure, and compliant service that processes all types of payments, end-to-end, from corporate initiation and onboarding to clearing and settlement network connectivity. With Volante, you only pay for what you use. With no large upfront expenditures, your total cost of ownership could go down by 40% or more. It's also extensible and future-proofed. You'll be able to speed up customer onboarding and release new products and services faster than ever. Our active architecture lets you run 3 separate instances in the cloud, thousands of miles apart, giving you zero downtime and outstanding resiliency. You'll never miss, delay, or duplicate payments. And that's not all. Our payment solutions are secure, compliant, and future-proof, providing you with the technology you need to deliver results well into the future. So why Volante? Because we know what we're doing. We process the first ever U.S. real-time payment and the first SEPA instant payment in the cloud. We're also a trusted partner to 4 out of the world's top 5 corporate banks. Our customers depend on us to process millions of payments every hour and trillions of dollars every day. Best of all, we can get you on board in 60 days or less, faster than any of our competitors. So why wait? Partner with Volante and take your payments business to the next level.
Now, again, the crucial thing to note in this video, and the biggest thing that I want to really kind of say is, although some of this information is older, what we really should be looking at is the fact that with new messaging and this new, standardization being brought in, right? It's making mandatory changes to the banking sector, meaning the banking sector now, for the first time in history, has to tap into new technology. They need to embrace new technology. That new technology is what we see on the screen. Beyond ISO 20022 messaging, real-time instant payments is a big thing. Open banking is a big thing. APIs, big thing. Next-gen cross-border payments and blockchain and DLT, like all of this is tied into what we already know regarding Ripple and XRP. Like, the time is now. It's not, next year. It's not 2 years from now. It's not, next week or anything. No, it's now. Like, we are seeing big changes happening, whether you like it or not. Like, you could go and look at the price chart all day long. It's not going to change the fact that, like, behind the scenes, fundamental wise, like, everything around finance is changing. Now, I don't really care if Volante is tapping into XRP right now, next week, next year. I don't really care about that. What I do care about is the fact that we already know from substantial, background information regarding Volante and doing a lot of research. We know that Ripple tapped into Volante back in June of 2016. And this was through a plug and play Ripple integration solution. Beyond that, we know today that Volante offers Volpay, which is a cross-border payments initiative. This allows anyone that is tied to Volante to tap into Swift GPI, Ripple Visa B2B, Visa Direct, and more. Now, a lot of people will say, well, why would they use Ripple if they could use Swift or Visa B2B or Visa Direct? Well, it's just because Ripple is the most efficient cross-border payment technology out there versus Swift, versus Visa Direct, and all of these other players that are tied to this. We also know that Volante, spotlighted Ripple and XRP around ISO 20022 and said like they are at the forefront of this. They are at the heart of this major change, which tells me like, listen, Ripple plays a key role here. And again, like nobody's going to change my mind regarding that because I've already done so much research behind Volante with Ripple and XRP. Now, does this mean that Volante is going to be a price driver for XRP? It could not, right? We don't know. When things actually go live, I think that that's when everyone will shut up because I think that that's when the world will change around utility tokens, XRP, and crypto. Right now, listen, talk is cheap. When we really kind of talk about crypto, we already know that crypto today is still very well in its infancy. We're still tied to Bitcoin. We still have meme coins that are worth billions of dollars. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't even have regulations. And I say regulations are a good thing and a bad thing because it's a bad thing in terms of regulating the space because what we will see is easy money stopping, meaning you won't be able to put $100 into a meme coin and possibly make, $10,000 in less than a month, which is a possibility in this space right now. When regulations come into this space, the whole idea of easy money and quick gains, that kind of gets thrown out the window. But what we will see is this space mature. We will see utility tokens really kind of take the stage. And that's what gets me very excited about being an XRP holder because everyone will laugh about XRP right now and everyone will say, oh, XRP's value is not changing while we see all this good news. Like, what the hell is going on? Well, first off, we are in a bear market. 2, we are still tied to Bitcoin right now. We are still in a Bitcoin-driven market. And 3, utility does not matter right now. But when utility does matter, I'm telling you right now, like XRP, you will see the true value behind XRP when utility is tapped in. Because we are already like, Ripple is pioneering XRP. We just talked about it in yesterday's video, how I was addressing the most liquid asset will win 10 times every single time. And the reason why I brought that up is because like Ripple is already tapped into all of these major players. Ripple is going to choose the most liquid asset. With AMMs, XRP will be the most liquid asset in the space. So what do you think is going to be utilized within settlement layers and liquidity providers? XRP. Volante is tapped in with Ripple. Finastra is tapped in with Ripple, going all the way back to 2019. Finastra is a massive giant for those that don't know. And even during this time, when we read this, guess what? The collaboration was to enable financial institutions using Finastra solutions, which by the way is in the thousands. We're talking about like 8,000 plus financial institutions to make fast and reliable cross-border payments. And within this, we know that they will also have the option to use on-demand liquidity, which leverages the digital asset XRP for cross-border payments. And that's a big deal because again, this is 2019. Nothing has changed. They could still tap into XRP whenever they want. I still think that there's problems regarding that though. I still think that, everyone's waiting for that to happen, but I still think that regulations are a big obstacle currently. When we finally get regulations, when we finally have utility shined upon, that's when everything will change. But we're starting to get there. Listen, I think everyone needs to be aware of these pilot programs. I think everyone needs to be aware of the connections that Ripple has to the whole world outside of the US. Because all of this is crucial information. It's the steps that need to be taken and it's the connections that need to be made in order for everything, when it goes fully live, to be in place. You don't build a house just on ground. You have to build the foundation first. And that's what's happening here. The foundation is being built. They are still framing the house, if you will. When we finally have the house built, that's when everything will change. And I'm very excited for that day to come because, like I said, XRP right now in this space is one of, if not, it is the most bullish asset. Why? Because 1, it's back to prices where it was before we got clarity. 2, it's the only asset by law that actually has legal clarity. And 3, the XRP ledger, outside of what Ripple is doing, is expanding every single damn day. And these major changes like the AMM, I'm telling you, it opens a vast world of opportunities. XRP, like I said right now, is probably the most bullish asset. And, I don't care about people's opinions. They could say, oh, XRP will never go here, XRP will never go that. People said that about Bitcoin. People said that about Ethereum. People said that about all of these tokens. At the end of the day, you don't make the decisions. I don't make the decisions. Market makers make the decisions. When this market wakes up, it's going to be a big moment. It's going to be a big moment for those that actually see the value behind this space. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.